Hey guys, welcome to Chalk, Dust, and Trust. I'm your host, Skylar, and today we're going to be doing an episode on New Year, New Me, except with a little bit of a twist. If you guys saw in the title, it's spelt like as if I'm talking about like I knew someone, okay? And it's very purposeful, I promise. That's not like a spelling error. So, this episode is going to be about removing people who maybe once knew you, but maybe you don't want them to know you, especially in like this new season of your life. With it being January, for me it's January 29th. It's almost February, so I spent this first month, I think, really getting everything together, from getting my mic to my camera to my other little mics, and even doing the first couple of podcast episodes, trying out different things. But I wanted to touch on like how important it is to really get people out of your life, especially if you want to maybe start over or change or new year, new me, you know? And I actually got some biblical backing for it. That's what I put in my little notes. I just did kind of bullet points, and then the most of the writing in your scripture. So let's go through it. Okay, biblical backing. So I have technically three scripture verses of scripture. First, we have Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Okay, and first, I didn't write anything after that for that verse, but it's so important, like when you're doing something, especially if it's something like you feel called to do, or it's something that like you need to do to heal. It's so important to like guard your heart. And maybe there's someone who like you want to show up, or you want them to be involved, but maybe they're not. Maybe you're having to like beg them to show up, or even worse, maybe you're having to beg them to leave or to maybe not be so involved. Okay, there's two ways that this episode is gonna go, guys. Next, we have Matthew 7:6. Do not give dogs what is sacred, or they may turn and tear you to pieces. I think that one is so good because going back to Proverbs 4:23, guard your heart. This one is don't give out what is so sacred. And what is sacred? A heart. Because people can turn and use what you do and what is so sacred to you. They can like use it against you. And that is the worst place. And trust me, I've been there so many times. And if you guys want, I can go into that. But you're gonna have to comment down below for that. But, I did write something down for Matthew. So, in Matthew 7:6, it's talking about, like, discernment. So, discernment is knowing, in this case, is knowing when giving someone access to you, even the new you, isn't safe and could be dangerous. So, like, if I were to go contact my aunt, and I can go into more of this later, or my stepmom, and be like, hey, look what I've done, like, look what I'm doing. That could lead them, like, I know that wouldn't be okay, because I know that they could definitely use that against me. They can, use that against me and use it to, like, hurt me even more than they already have. So, here's the third one that I did forget I wrote. So, even Jesus, like, withdrew when needed. We see that in Luke 5:16. But Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. Distance can be holy, especially when it protects your calling, healing, or obedience. And that's like kind of such a tough pill to swallow. For me especially, is like when God is calling you to do something, you want to act in obedience. And oftentimes, distance is needed for you to follow through in that calling for obedience, if that makes sense. And it's gonna suck, but I wrote down a few things for you to remember. And for me to remember, if we're being honest. So, this isn't about hate. Sometimes you literally just need room to grow. It's like when you're trying to take new pictures or take new videos of something so beautiful, but you have like these old downloads that are taking up storage that you don't need anymore. That's kind of what I like to think of this as. I know you guys can probably hear it, but I do have my thing full of iced coffee. It's about halfway full. I'm hoping the video will load to the Spotify. Excuse me, but if not, you guys will see it on my YouTube. I'm in my TikTok, but I finally put some stickers on it. One of my favorite ones is like this little word thing, and it says "Spoke before coffee." Okay, back to the little tips. So, examine your current relationship with this person that you think you want to cut off or distance yourself from. Maybe you want to full block them. But examine your current relationship. Do you need to beg for them to show up? Is this something where like you're really wanting them to be there for you and to maybe be the parent or be the older sibling or be that best friend that they should be? Like, maybe this is someone that you think or thought was your best friend. Do you have to constantly beg for them to show up? If the answer is yes, then this is what I wrote. Simply take a step back. Stop texting, stop initiating hangout, and stop begging, because that is one of the most derogatory things and self-demeaning things I have ever even seen myself do, is like begging people to show up. Like, you guys know this with me. I just went through kind of not even a breakup because we weren't even technically together, but we basically were. I mean, we went on dates. We were constantly like hanging out in my room, on the dining hall, going to classes, studying together. I think we only did that once or twice actually, and I was like begging for him just to like talk to me in person once because I needed that closure, okay? He didn't give it, and actually the minute I was like, okay, I gotta stop trying, the next day I saw his twin brother and his twin brother's girlfriend, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna say anything, and then I walked by and I was like, okay, I can't just not say anything. And I got so much closure just from his brother talking to me. Mind you, this is after I took a step back, and then I went back in, but I got some closure, and now I'm taking a step back, and like, I've been so happier since I did that, since I've taken a step back. And sometimes you might need closure, and sometimes the most closure you're gonna get is excuses. Sometimes that is. With me, that wasn't the case. He actually, yeah, it kind of was. But anyways, moving on from that, definitely, yeah, take a step back. Take a step back. Don't initiate hangouts. I'm repeating myself at this point. Don't text first. Don't respond right away. And see who comes to check in on you. See who wants to hang out with you. See who starts initiating things. Okay, and if you are cutting someone out that is constantly sabotaging you, or is constantly like demeaning you, or is just dragging you down, the first thing you gotta do is block them. Okay, if you've already tried, this is assuming that you've already tried to ask them to stop. Okay, so you gotta block them, and this is so important. Okay, if this is someone who's like constantly wondering what you're up to and I'm trying to like find ways to sabotage that, block everyone that they know or that you know would go to them. And if you have friends who are mutuals and you're unsure whose side they are, talk to them. And this is like where your own discernment kind of comes in. If you feel that they could go back and say something about your new life to them, then you need to cut that friend off too, or at least limit their access to your life. That includes social media, maybe not posting on public, and maybe posting on like a private thing that they aren't a part of, or maybe it is just plain out blocking them. It takes a while. And this is something I wrote down that calls me out. Pray, go to therapy, journal, listen to music, do anything to fill that time. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck a lot. Excuse me. So pray. I would say literally, if you're just, the other night I felt so lonely, and I was scrolling, and I was like on my side, and I was on my back, and then I was like on my stomach, and I was just scrolling and scrolling, and I felt like this deep like thing of like, ugh, I'm so lonely, so tired, and I wanted to re-download Tinder, and I wanted to go find someone to hook up with, and I'll talk about this in a later episode. But I had to really just stop and understand that I was probably feeling this way because of what I was taking a step back from. So I had to sit there and I had to go, okay, Lord, please. This is exactly what I said out loud because no one was in the room. I was like, Lord, please just like be with me. Like, I need your help right now. Like, give me something to think about. I was like, maybe I should just start telling you about my day. And I literally went and I was like, you know what? I just had the worst day of my life. I was like, I saw this guy 5 different times and he looked like he didn't even know me, like, knew me. And I was just, and I started to feel better. And then it was a rough day. So you pray. Go to therapy. I hate therapy. I actually really do. I need to get back into it. I have a psychiatrist, which is okay, but it's not the same. And you don't have to do all this. This is like just things to do. I would journal. People tell me to journal, and I say, okay, well, that's what my podcast and YouTube and TikTok is for. Because I hate writing stuff down. For me, it's like if I write something down, and even if like I hide it away or throw it away, it's like someone could always like read that. And so for me, if I have something I want to get off my chest, I'll make a video about it. I will, make a video about it. Make a podcast about it. Make a YouTube channel about it. Not about it, but where you talk about these things. Whoa, excuse me. Okay. So, listen to music. This is something that I love. Listen to music. Maybe make a new playlist. Maybe download a playlist or shuffle your like songs. Go to things that make you feel either happy or sad. Sometimes I'll listen to sad music for a while and like on repeat until I get tired of that song. Wow, excuse me guys, I don't know what keeps happening. Anyways, maybe, yeah, like I listen to sad music until I am so sick of that song, and then I can go put on like some pump worship music or even just pop music, or sometimes if I'm really just need a quick mood lifter, I'll put on what me and my roommate call slut music, because it's literally like songs that they play like for rappers and like TikTok songs, like shake your rumpus too. I'm trying not to cuss, guys. I'm really trying. But whoa, okay. So yeah, music. All right, I checked that one off. And here's another really important reminder. Okay, it's so important. My seatmate was calling me. So, wow. Okay, I'm back on. So chances are, this is important to remember, chances are that if you're struggling with how someone is going to react when you cut them off, chances are they handed you the scissors. They just don't think you have enough self-respect to do so, okay? And I was writing that down, and because I saw something on Pinterest, I was like, if you need to cut someone off, chances are that they hand you these scissors. And I was like, well, why? And I went into why, and so I wrote that they just don't think you have enough self-respect, which is, who has the audacity to hand me scissors, hurt me, and then like life or death situation, because that's what it is. It's a spiritual life or death sometimes. Whether you believe me or not, that's what it is. So they hand you the scissors, cut them off. Like pretend you're dangling down from a rope, okay? Or no, here's a better one. They're falling down a cliff, okay? They grab onto you, like they throw you a rope to see if you can bring them back up. But what you don't see is that they're actually pulling you down and trying to just kill you spiritually. And then they throw up scissors because they're like, oh, just let me go. And you're like, no, like, I'm not going to let you go because I think I'm trying to save you. And not necessarily that's what you're thinking, but in this situation, you think you're trying to save them and they're trying to destroy you. Because they don't think you have enough self-respect to simply look down and go, whoa, they're like tugging me down. They're already safe, but if I fall from this distance, I will die or be seriously hurt. Oh, my phone. That's okay. Anyways, so yes. And now to the why. Why am I talking about this? I want to point you back up to Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. We're going into a new month, guys. February's here, and it's a new month. We don't have to worry about a new year, new me. It's a new day, new you. New minute, new you. We are, like, guys, we are given so much grace. At any moment, you can stop what you're doing and you can go, whoa, this is not who I want to be. Yeah. And because if you want real change, you gotta give yourself room. And like I said earlier, it's like a storage thing. You're trying to download or take a video or take pictures of something new and beautiful, but you just don't have enough room. Get rid of that old stuff. And I know I said I might do like some journal prompts here and there, so here's some journal prompts. I want you to go and read Galatians 2, and then journal 2 things. Or here are some 2 journal prompts. Where does God say I am right now? And then the second one is, where am I seeking validation from people who have hurt me? Or no, why am I seeking validation from people who have hurt me instead of resting in God's approval? Boom. Okay. So that's it for me, guys. I want to give a special shout out to my little Hydro Flask cup right here. And you guys are listening to Chalk, Dust, and Trust. Please go check out my YouTube channel. It's Chalk, Dust, and Trust. You might have to add Skylar Southwick to the end of it because otherwise it comes up with this other one named Chalk Dust, which I don't understand why it wouldn't just bring up my channel if I did and Trust. So it's weird. Otherwise, go follow my TikTok, my Instagram, and send me any emails if you guys like have any questions or ideas for what to post or what you guys want to know. Yeah. I love talking with you guys. I really actually love doing this, and I love the way I set it up. So I actually might squeeze in another video today or another podcast episode, but this is the one for the week. So you guys have an amazing day. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week or next episode. Bye.